Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you are having a beautiful day. It's a wonderful summer day here today, and I thought I'll come into the park and quickly record this video. Now, it remains to be seen whether that was a good idea or not. So far, I've been interrupted by the local wildlife, by a plane flying overhead, and by a child just squealing as water from the sprinklers poured on her skin. Must feel so refreshing. But I just wanted to quickly pick up the conversation from where I left it in my last video, talking about our tendency to want to prescribe how people come to God and what they bring to God. So we all know how the remake of the popular Christian song by Lawrence Oyo and Gaze Baba has taken over the airwaves. You, in the weirdest of places, will suddenly hear, I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back, no turning back. And I'm hard pressed to remember a time where a song that's unapologetically a Christian song that unapologetically mentions Jesus was played in a nightclub at parties. And that's what's happening with this song. You hear it being played in the most unexpected of places. My husband was in the city center the other day, and suddenly the song was blaring out of speakers. And for many of us, this is a moment in our history as the body of Christ. This is a moment in contemporary Christian gospel artistry. But for some people, the moment is less about the song and the movement and what it represents, and more about Gaze Baba's appearance. To the extent that someone said that he surely cannot be a man of God or a child of God if he looks the way he looks. And I'm like, seriously? Is that the focus right this minute? Strike one. The other thing I've noticed on Instagram and on social media is this proliferation of creatives who are reimagining the Bible stories, retelling Bible stories in a way that is meaningful and relevant to young people today. I mean, there's this guy that uses AI to create videos as though those Bible stories happened today, were happening right now. Like, is Moses taking us through the Red Sea while live streaming for us on Instagram? Do we have front row tickets to the story of Daniel in the lion's den, and can we get people around to tell us what they really think about what's going on? Then there's that other lady that her thing is to tell the story of the real housewives of the Bible. And I just really bless God for the creativity that makes those stories available and relatable. And why do I know that they are available and relatable? Because in the comment section, you see people asking, oh, where is this in the Bible? What chapter is this? People are eager to know more, to read more, to go to the Bible and read those stories for themselves. People are saying, oh, I never thought about this Bible story in this way. And then there's that one person in the comment section that says, please, the next time you want to write God, write the G with a capital letter. And I'm thinking, I believe that God is with me in everything I do and at every point of my day. So imagine that God is peering over my shoulder, scrolling through Instagram with me and watching this video. Is God thinking, wow, look at what this person is doing with the creativity I blessed them with? Or is he saying, why did this person write my name in a small g? It brings me to something that Eric has talked about on Instagram. I know that we want to approach God with the reverence that He deserves. But what's this thing about why are you praying with your hands in your pocket? And it's simply because in some cultures in Nigeria, it's considered rude to speak to God, to speak to an older person or an elder with your hand in your pocket. And so we have transferred that characteristic and placed it on God. So let's ask ourselves, the next time we are bothered on behalf of God, is it because God is bothered? Or is it because we are now creating God in our own image and our likeness? There's something Dr. Foy said the other day that struck me. And for some people, this might be extreme, but he said, God is not bothered by your swearing. God does not have a fragile ego. God doesn't flinch when someone says the F word. His ego is big enough to take it. His chest is big enough to take it. But because we don't think that people should behave like that, we therefore ascribe that characteristic to God. It's like when I was growing up, when I was about to go into the university, the community where I was growing up, it was not acceptable for young ladies or for women to wear trousers. And it bothered me a lot because maybe I'm a rebel, but I used to wear trousers because I couldn't reconcile the fact that some women live in the Western world, live in America, in the UK, where the culture, the environment, the climate makes wearing trousers a necessity, and those women are going to heaven. But because I live in Nigeria and it's not culturally acceptable for me to wear trousers, then I'm not going to heaven because I'm wearing trousers. It was something I struggled with a lot. So the next time you are tempted to appoint yourself as the chairperson of God's Ashwebi committee, deciding what is acceptable for God or not, think about it. Is this thing what God demands of us, or are these demands that we are placing on people? Even Paul says, I become all things to all men, so that by this means some might be saved. Not all will be saved, but we'll make an effort to make ourselves and the message we preach relatable to the people that we're giving the message to, rather than placing barriers and stumbling blocks that God did not place in people's way, in their way. Till my next video, stay safe, stay blessed. I love you. Bye.